This is Gunga Din by Rudyard Kipling. You may talk of gin and beer when you quoted safe out here, and you sent to penny fights and Aldershot it. But when it comes to slaughter, you will do your work on water and you'll lick the bloomin' boots of him that's got it. Now, in Inja's sunny clime, where I used to spend me time a serving of Her Majesty the Queen, of all them black-faced crew, the finest man I knew was a regimental bistie, Gunga Din. It was Din, 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 you limping lump of brick dust, Gunga Din. I slippy either out. Water, get it, penny low, you squidgy-nosed old idol, Gunga Din. The uniform he wore was nothing much before, and rather less than half of that behind. For a piece of twisty rag and a goatskin water bag was all the field equipment he could find. When the sweating troop train lying aside and through the day where the heat would make your bloomin' eyebrows crawl, we shouted, "Hurry by!" till our throats were bricky dry. Then we whooped him, 'cause he couldn't serve us all. It was Din, 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 you heathen, where the mischief have you been? You put some Julie in it, or I'll marrow you this minute if you don't fill up me helmet, Gunga Din. He would dart and carry one till the longest day was done. And he didn't seem to know the use of fear. If we charged, or broke, or cut, you could bet your bloomin' nut he'd be waiting 50 paces right flank rear. With his mussick on his back, he would skip with our attack and watch us till the bugles made retire. And for all he is dirty-eyed, he was white, clear white, inside, when he went to tend the wounded under fire. It was Din, 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 with the bullets kicking dust spots on the green. When the cartridges ran out, you could hear the front rank shout, "Aye, ammunition mules and Gunga Din!" I shan't forget the night when I dropped behind the fight, with a bullet where me belt plate should have been. I was choking mad with thirst, and the man that spied me first was our good old grinning, grunting Gunga Din. He plugged me where I bled, and he lifted up me head and give me half a pint of water green. It was crawling, and it stunk. But of all the drinks I've drunk, I'm gratefulest to one from Gunga Din. It was Din, 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 here's a beggar with a bullet in his spleen. He's chawing up the ground and he's kicking all around. For God's sake, get the water, Gunga Din! He carried me away to where a dooley lay, and a bullet come and drilled the beggar clean. He put me safe inside, and just before he died, "I hope you like your drink," says Gunga Din. So I'll meet him later on at the place to where he's gone, where it's always double drill and no canteen. He'll be squatting on the coals, giving drink to poor damned souls. And I'll get a swiggin' out from Gunga Din. Yes, Din, 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 you Lazarus in leather, Gunga Din. Though I belted you and flayed you, by the living God that made you, you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din.